NTA Blog. As the IRS phases out paper checks, vulnerable taxpayers must not be left behind. Beginning October 1, 2025, Executive Order 14247 directs all federal payments, including IRS tax refunds, to move to electronic payments. For most taxpayers, this won't be a big change. About 94% already receive refunds by direct deposit. But the National Taxpayer Advocate is sounding the alarm for vulnerable groups who may be left behind, and banked and underbanked taxpayers, Americans living abroad, religious communities who don't use banks, victims of domestic violence, and people with disabilities. For these taxpayers, paper checks aren't just a preference. They may be the only safe or practical option. Treasury checks are 16 times more likely to be lost or stolen compared to direct deposits, so modernization makes sense. But the transition must be fair. The IRS plans to require direct deposit information on 2025 returns filed in 2026. If taxpayers don't provide it or qualify for an exception, their refunds could be delayed by at least 6 weeks. The good news: the EO gives Treasury the authority to grant exceptions. Stakeholders, including professional groups and tribal representatives, have urged the IRS to design compassionate exceptions and even consider alternatives like low-cost banking services or Treasury-issued debit cards. The advocate's message is clear. Modernization must not come at the expense of taxpayer rights. The IRS needs a strong communication strategy, simple exception procedures, and broad outreach so taxpayers know what's changing. Millions of Americans depend on their refunds for basic living expenses. They cannot afford surprise delays. In short, going paperless can be a win for efficiency and security, but only if the IRS ensures that no taxpayer is left behind.
The views expressed in this blog are solely those of the National Taxpayer Advocate. The National Taxpayer Advocate presents an independent taxpayer perspective that does not necessarily reflect the position of the IRS, the Treasury Department, or the Office of Management and Budget. NTA blog posts are generally not updated after publication. Posts are accurate as of the original publication date. You have listened to a summarized audio version of the NTA blog. This is a computer-generated AI voice narration. Inconsistencies in pronunciation and tone may occur.